Ascending to the fifth dimension. Taking the energies into consideration, you are all doing very well. It is no small task to ascend. It is not something that comes with an instruction manual either. You are learning as you go. You are gathering information from various resources such as ourselves. And many of you are still dealing with day-to-day concerns of living on planet Earth while you make the gigantic leap in frequency. So no matter how your life looks at the time, you can rest assured that you are making progress. You are right where you need to be, and the next resource that will assist you is already on its way. Having said all of that, we also want to convince you that it is worth it. What you are doing by shifting to the fifth dimension is serving not only yourselves. You are not just making this shift for your own personal benefit. You are assisting all of your other incarnations. You are assisting your brothers and sisters all across this universe. You are beginning to grasp the enormity of this endeavor. And we're not going to stop congratulating you on every step of this journey because our job is to support you. Our job is to energetically encourage you. And we also get to observe like proud parents as we watch you learn, expand, and grow. Put your awareness on the distance that you have already traveled in this one lifetime. Let all your accomplishments sink in. There is so much more to come, but there's always time to celebrate. Embrace it all. Placing your attention on that which is bothering you is not an act of self-sabotage. By giving attention to something that is unpleasant from your perspective, you allow yourself to access that emotion as always meant to trigger, and giving yourself permission to experience that unpleasant thought and those uncomfortable emotions actually removes their power. By refusing to look at something because it is unpleasant or unwanted, you are actually giving it more power over you, because in your refusal to look at something you are expending energy. If you spent your entire life building walls to protect yourself from that which is unpleasant or unwanted, you would have no time left to live your life. Instead, we recommend that you look directly at that which is bothering you, to let those emotions come to the surface so that you too can be experienced, and that it is possible for you to choose that which you want to give your attention to. That is when you demonstrate to yourself how powerful you are. If you can allow everything to be as it comes to you, and if you can push none of it away, you will actually experience more choices of what you do want, because hidden behind the bothersome, unpleasant, and unwanted experiences are everything that your heart desires. Holding different perspectives. By your own account, there are several different ways of approaching the same subject. You have all taken on different perspectives on the same subject in your one lifetime. So imagine how many perspectives you have held over all your lifetimes. Imagine how many different ways you have perceived reality. So why then would you ever want to cling to one perspective? Why would you ever limit yourself in that way? You all tend to get very serious when it comes to your beliefs. What you believe is true. But what if instead you looked at these various perspectives like you would varieties of ice cream? And so if you are having a chocolate chip ice cream cone and someone else is enjoying their butterscotch ice cream cone, you wouldn't see any point in trying to get the other person to go along with you in your enjoyment of chocolate chip. In that example, you can see the value of variety. But if someone disagrees with you politically, some of you won't even want to be friends with that person anymore. If someone eats meats and you are a strict vegetarian, you may not want to be friends with that person anymore. We understand that the examples we are giving you involve issues that are much near and dear to your hearts than what flavor of ice cream you enjoy. But we invite you to let go of the seriousness when it comes to these different perspectives, because we want you to enjoy your lives and we want you to allow others to enjoy theirs. And when you allow another to hold a perspective that is different from yours, you are giving Source Energy the opportunity to explore itself in the widest variety of ways. And we think that is a very good perspective. Being more spiritual. Pretending that something does not bother you when it actually does is not an act of being more spiritual. You do not gain anything at all by trying to be who you are not. Who you are in any moment is precisely who you need to be in that moment. And if that means you are not okay with something that you believe you are supposed to be okay with, then you need to honor yourself in that moment. You need to admit to yourself that you are feeling what you are feeling about it, even if it is not a very popular way to feel. This is a composite spiritual person that you all think about when you think of being more enlightened. This spiritual master is how you all aspire to be like. And so at times you allow yourselves to be in denial, or you beat yourself up for not being there yet. for not living up to this ideal standard of the spiritual master, the enlightened one. But honoring yourself right where you are and giving yourself whatever it is that you need is the most compassionate thing and the most loving thing that you could do. And being compassionate and loving with yourself is the spiritually evolved way to be. So we recommend that you throw away your picture of that enlightened master and that you let go of any desire to be someone other than who you are. In so doing, you allow yourself and others to live and let live in a beautiful place where each of you is perfect as you are. That type of harmony and peace can be achieved on earth right here and right now. Not everyone must reach enlightenment before that happens. You are everything. It will always serve you to look within yourselves, and it doesn't matter what you find. It serves you to look, and it serves you to find. It serves you to feel, and it serves you to desire. There is no right and wrong, and this is especially true when it comes to your inner world. In fact, all of the problems that you face stem from your shame and your suppression of that which you find within yourselves. So exploring your inner world with no desire to change or fix anything that you find is the ultimate in evolution. Your evolution does not preclude you from feeling things or from being a certain way. Your evolution is all about letting go of the shame and the judgment. Because no matter who you are in this lifetime, no matter how saintly, you have played the role of the villain somewhere and somewhen. And until you make peace with the part of you that still exists and always will, there's no amount of cleansing that can free you from your own judgment. And no matter how adept you become at creating your reality, you cannot create yourselves to be other than everything. You are all-inclusive, so you might as well seek out all the parts of yourself with curiosity and with a desire to be loving and compassionate to all that you are, no matter what you find and no matter what you feel. You are source energy beings, and source energy is all that is. Unconditional love. Before you decide to incarnate into a physical human body, you explore many different options, and you choose the one that gives you the greatest opportunity for experiencing yourself as unconditional love. That may mean that you incarnate into a very challenging situation, and it may also mean that you create challenging situations for yourself as you move through the lifetime. Without those challenges, you would not fully understand what it means to be unconditional love. So it is important for you to look around at your lives and to see what those opportunities are. For many of you, the unconditional love that you seek to know yourselves as requires you to accept who you are and what you have done. All of you have created situations that would require you to forgive another person in order to then experience yourselves as unconditional love. The greatest example that you have of unconditional love on your world is with your pets. They love you unconditionally, and so you often decide to travel from lifetime to lifetime with a pet or several pets that will incarnate with you to remind you of the unconditional love that you are. You also have planet Earth herself, although it is more challenging for you to see and feel and recognize that love, because it is so easy for you to take that Earth for granted and not even acknowledge all the gifts that she gives you every day. So before you set out to know yourselves as unconditional love and to give unconditional love to yourself and others, tune yourselves to the planet and the animals and learn from them what it is like to hold that frequency all the time. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love.